So you can join a Google Meet one of three ways. Either your teacher is going to share a link to your Meet, probably in something like Google Classroom or email like this. They may also add an event to your calendar that contains a link to a Meet. It's going to be the same link. It'll just be in your calendar and not directly in Classroom. Or they may give you a code to be able to enter into to join your Meet. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the Google Classroom version. So I'm going to click on my link, and it's going to take me into my Google Meet right here. So if I was going to do the code version, I would actually just open up my Meet app. And from here, I have the ability to add a meeting code. So a teacher would give me the code, I'd punch in that code and hit join meeting. But any of them are going to get you in and start that the same way. So once I'm in my meeting, here's the code right here that it's giving me. But I don't need that, I'm already in. I can simply hit join meeting to go live. So once I've hit join meeting, I am now in my Meet. So I'm going to see a bunch of other tiles that are going to show up here of other people that are talking. Whenever someone starts talking, their video is going to take over your screen. So you're going to see their face pop up as they do the talking, and you're simply going to be able to watch and to make comments as needed. Now, a couple settings I would recommend. Down here at the bottom, if you tap, there is a microphone setting. So I highly recommend that you turn your microphone off unless you're being asked to participate or unless you have a question. A lot of times, if everyone in the class has their microphone on, there'll be a bunch of background noise and things happening and picking up all around. So it makes it a lot easier if you just mute your mic until you are ready to talk. So if I need to talk or say something, then I would simply go down and tap my microphone to turn it back on before I start talking. I can also turn my camera off the same way. Simply tap on it. It will turn my camera off and just switch to my avatar. It's up to your teacher whether or not they want to allow that. You'll still be able to hear everything that's going on. You just won't have a live video feed of what's happening. And again, simply tap at the bottom, and I can tap that again to turn that back on. Up here in the upper right-hand corner, I have the ability to control my audio source. I have a microphone plugged in here. If I had maybe a set of headphones, which I'd recommend also, that have maybe a microphone in it, I can control that and have to make sure the audio is coming out of there instead of coming out of the iPad itself. I can also turn on closed captions if I want. Closed captions will actually give me a transcription of everything that is being said, and that's going to show up across the bottom of the screen. So that can be helpful, especially if you have an internet connection that might be cutting in and out, where you might lose your video signal for a second. You can at least see the text of what's being said across the bottom, which is helpful. The little person here shows you everyone that's in your chat. So this will show you the list of all the members who are here and everyone who's participating. From here, the teacher can actually mute you if they don't want to turn your mic on. They can actually manually do that if they need to. You also have in here a chat tool. This little button here allows you to actually type in a chat. It does record this chat, so everything you type is going to be saved, but it's a good way for you to ask questions without interrupting the speaker. So maybe if you wanted to post some questions, then whoever is the person doing the speaking could address those as they are being popped up. So the only other thing that you really need to know is if you choose to, let's say you're doing a project where you're not going to be using your front-facing camera, you actually need to use the camera that's around the back of your iPad. You can actually tap on the three dots in the upper right-hand corner, and you can tell it to switch the camera. And so if I switch my camera, say, "Hi, Charlie." I could switch to the front-facing camera instead of the rear-facing camera if I want to. And then tap it again, and I can switch back. So that's pretty much all there is to a Google Meet. Whenever you're totally finished, all I have to do is you want to make sure that you click down here at the bottom and you tap the Hang Up button in order to leave that Meet. So I need to make sure that I hang up when I'm finished. Otherwise, it's still going to continually be recording as long as that presentation is going on. So if something should happen where I lose my signal or I might need to leave. I can hang up, and then I can always go back and rejoin that meeting, assuming it's still taking place. Whoever started the meeting is still going on. I can rejoin that if I need to, if I'm having internet connection issues. But other than that, that's all there is to Google Meet. Have fun.